Hi everyone, it's me, Jennifer Stempel, and I'm here with PJ Library. Today we are going to make easy, shortcut Hamantaschen. Let's get started. So we are starting with store-bought sugar cookie dough. I have it in log form, but it comes in pull-apart form, and either is fine. And we are going to knead in a half a cup of all-purpose flour and the zest of about half a lemon. So let's get the zest right into that flour. And I really only want the outside part of that skin there because the inside is going to be bitter. But this little zest from the orange is going to help perfume our sugar cookie dough and make it feel a little more homemade than the store-bought dough. So let's knead in this flour and orange zest. This is a step that you can do in a mixer, but if you don't have a mixer, that's okay. I'm using my hands and a little elbow grease, and this is a great step for your little helpers to do because it's definitely a sensory experience. Feeling the dough in my hands, getting the powder from the flour all over and into it. But you really want to incorporate this flour and the orange zest into the dough so that it becomes one. The reason we're doing this is because sugar cookie dough, the store-bought variety, is designed to spread into cookie rounds. And because we're making Hamantaschen, we want to make sure that our cookies keep the triangle shape that we're going to give them. So this extra dryness, the extra flour, is going to help slow down that spreading process. So let's make sure we're kneading in all of that flour, all of that orange zest. It takes a little bit of time, but it's definitely worth it. So let's keep going until it's all incorporated. We're almost there. It's definitely easier in your mixer, but again, you don't need a mixer to do this step. This is definitely a step you can do by hand with a little bit of muscle, a little elbow grease, and a little bit of time. So we're just about there. And you'll see that your dough sort of absorbs that extra flour. That's what you really want. It's drying it out just a little bit, just not much, but just enough that it's gonna help keep those cookies from spreading into rounds. We don't want them to be round cookies. We're making Hamantaschen. So let's keep going. We're almost there. Okay, I think that we pretty much made it into our dough. And then the next step is we are going to roll this into a log, kind of like the one it came from the store, like that. So let's see. Okay, it's rolled into that nice log. And then we are going to cut this log into 24 relatively equal pieces. Now, because my dough absorbed all of that flour, which is good, I need to sprinkle my board here with a little more flour so it doesn't stick. Okay, so then you cut it into 24 equal rounds. Okay, that's half of it. I'll show you what I mean. Once you have all your 24 pieces, you are going to take one of the pieces in your hand and form it into a triangle. We're not rolling, we're not using our rolling pins, we're not using cookie cutters, we are not folding our dough into perfect triangles. We're shaping them with our hands and the board. The best trick to do it is, I'll show you, you form it into the triangle in your hand, and then you use the board, you press your triangle on each side on your board to really drive home that triangle shape. And then you're going to use your finger to make a well in the middle of your triangle. So it's gonna look a little bit like this. Okay, you'll put that on your cookie sheet. I have some that have already formed here, so I'll show you. And then you're gonna fill them with a 1/2 teaspoon to 1 teaspoon of the filling that you like best. My family really likes Nutella, apricot preserves, and I also have some raspberry preserves. I'm gonna put that in the last 3 I'll show you. So I just drop it right into that well that I made with my finger in the middle of my triangle. And right in the center there, I like preserves because you can see the seeds in them and you know exactly what kind of Hamantaschen you're eating, but you can use whatever filling you like. There's no wrong way to do it. And you'll place these in a 350-degree oven for 15 to 17 minutes or until the edges just slightly brown. You'll let them cool a little bit on the cookie sheet because when they come out of the oven, that dough is going to be really soft and malleable and you don't want it to lose its shape. So you'll let them cool there and then they'll finish cooling on a cooling rack. But they're going to look a little bit like this. This is my Hamantaschen, my Nutella version. It's so yummy, it's so delicious, it's so simple, and it's a hack just for your Purim celebration. Enjoy, everyone. Bye-bye.